Welcome to another edition of SKNIS Week in Review. The Week in Review highlights the top stories of the work of the government of St. Kitts and Nevis for the past week. I look at some of the highlights for February 1st to 7th, 2019. 2018 National Honors Awardees invested. 22 receives SICRA certification. NHC expands its social assistance program, and LMIS to be implemented shortly. I am your presenter, Sherma Matthew. "16 exemplary nationals of St. Kitts and Nevis were invested with the 2018 National Honors Awards for their exceptional contribution to the development of the Federation at an investiture ceremony held by His Excellency the Governor General, Sir S. W. Tapley Seaton, on Wednesday, February 6, 2019 at Government House. Deputy Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honorable Sean Richards, congratulated the awardees and thanked them for their meritorious contributions to nation building, adding that the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis places their good works on a pedestal like beautiful flowers on display.
Their good works, like flowers, have accentuated the garden of St. Kitts and Nevis, blooming at the right times and filling the air with fragrances of success and creativity. Their good works have provided much needed sustenance to our people emotionally, financially, and otherwise, and have also helped to bring out the best in all of us, whether by successfully developing businesses and job opportunities, providing cultural entertainment, community and public service, and by educating our children and honing their talents in sports, music, and the arts.
The Companion Star of Merit was awarded to the following persons: Ambassador His Excellency Sidney Osborne, Alfonso Barker, Kenneth Kelly, Alfonso Bridgewater, Creighton Pension, J. Calvin Foy, Elston Elimat Nero, Sylvine Henry, Hilton Clark, and Adrian Lamb. Elenita Nathaniel, Lionel Gums, Mansion Bull, Sylvester Hodge, King Socrates, Walston Shield, King Star Shield, Jacqueline Leader, Singing Jackie, and Errol Dolphin, King Arrow, were the recipients of the Medal of Honor. "22 civil servants who were successful in passing ISO 31000 certification exams are now certified internal controls risk analysts, SICRA, as they received their credentials on Friday, February 1st, during an award ceremony held at the National ICT Center in St. Kitts. Attorney General and Minister with Responsibility for Justice, Legal Affairs and Communications, the Honorable Vincent Byron, congratulated the awardees and explained that it was important to have persons trained and certified to protect government's information.
We set out to ensure that as we built out the connectivity throughout the various government ministries, government departments, that there was going to be, as it was, qualified personnel who would be able to police, to protect, to understand the needs of our very important data, the equipment, and other forms of technology that we use in the government service.
The seminar, which was hosted by the Ministry of Justice, Legal Affairs and Communications in the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, in collaboration with Certified Information Security out of Florida, was geared towards establishing the scope of GeoSKN Risk Management Program, determining roles and responsibilities to manage operational risk throughout ministries, departments, and agencies, and establishing the context for risk acceptance, risk evaluation, and business impact. The National Housing Corporation (NHC) broke ground in the Parry community in St. Peters on a new structure that will provide special housing solutions for 3 persons with social needs along with a rental space. At the groundbreaking ceremony on Friday, February 1st, Chairman of the NHC Board, Valentine Lindsay, said that the board is pleased to have responded to the call to solve another social issue in the community. He said that there are several houses in various communities such as Keys, Cayon, Deep Bay, Old Road, St. Paul's, and Connery that provide homes for deserving persons who have been pillars of the community and who may have fallen on hard times in their twilight years.
Today, however, the National Housing Corporation has shifted from a single house model to a multi-housing model. This, we believe, over time will recover the cost of building these social homes. NHC's mandate, which is legislated by the National Housing Act, is to provide homes for the indigent and the infirmed. This is why in 2016, the Board of Directors of the National Housing Corporation negotiated a loan with the Social Security Board of some 50 million EC dollars to build 300 homes throughout the islands.
Minister of Human Settlement and Representative for Constituency 8, the Honorable Eugene Hamilton, said that the project has grown out of what the mission of NHC is, which is to raise standards, but also to look after the indigent and infirm. The implementation of the Labour Market Information System (LMIS) in St. Kitts and Nevis is expected to commence shortly following the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding between key partners on Tuesday, February 5, 2019. Labour Commissioner Shernell James said, "Interagency collaborations are important to ensure the proper functioning of the LMIS.
No one entity can do it on their own. Together, collectively, we can do it. And we know the importance of the Labour Market Information System. It tells us what our labour market looks like. It guides investors coming to our shores. It's a ready tool of information for our students and persons interested in St. Kitts and Nevis. And so we here are glad that this aspect has come into being and that we can commence the project very shortly."
A brief signing ceremony was held at the Department of Labour, where Labour Commissioner James signed on behalf of her department. The other signatories were Carlton Phipps, Director of Statistics on behalf of the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Cecile Hull, Assistant Secretary on behalf of the Ministry of National Security, and Bendigo Rogers, Programmer on behalf of the St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Board. The LMIS is designed to collect quantitative and qualitative information that can be used to assist policymakers and agencies in decision-making and program planning to meet labor-related demands. It is being implemented across the Caribbean community and will help member states provide relevant information for the CARICOM single market and economy. Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris, in his capacity as chairman of the Caribbean Community CARICOM, led a high-level delegation of fellow CARICOM heads of government and ministers of foreign affairs to an international conference in Uruguay on Thursday, February 7th, where they sought a diplomatic response to the ongoing political situation in the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. At the conference, heads of government of CARICOM, Mexico, and Uruguay proposed a four-pronged approach referred to as the Montevideo Mechanism to resolving Venezuela's political crisis. These include a dialogue phase, which speaks to creating conditions for direct contacts among the actors involved in an environment of security, a negotiation phase, which will look at strategic presentation of the results of the previous phase to the counterparts, seeking to find common ground and areas of opportunity to allow the relaxation of positions and identify potential agreements. A commitments phase to look at construction and subscription of agreements based on the results of the negotiation phase, with the characteristics and time frame previously agreed upon, and an implementation phase that will cover the materialization of the commitments assumed in the previous phase with the international accompaniment. The Heart of St. Kitts Foundation, which was established in 2016 with the mission to contributing to the lasting legacy of the culture and environmental well-being of St. Kitts, is celebrating its third anniversary with a week of activities centered on the plastic-free legacy that was adopted from the Ministry of Tourism's Plastics Free July initiative. Events specialist and Heart of St. Kitts Foundation coordinator Tishorna Sider Jenkins said that the foundation focuses on coastal and marine habitats, preserving local cultural and heritage sites, supporting community-driven initiatives, as well as waste management.
What we want to highlight with the Heart of St. Kitts is that our mission is to build awareness for sustainable priorities in the island, which provide local funding for projects that will make St. Kitts a more sustainable place to live and experience.
The week of activities runs from February 23rd to March 3rd and will feature a beach cleanup at Hermitage Beach in Cayon, Thanksgiving service at the Antioch Baptist Church, media tours, and a plastic-free day, to name a few. The Heart of St. Kitts Foundation was developed as a collaborative effort between the Ministry of Tourism and other tourism enterprises to ensure that development on the island continues to preserve and benefit the environment, culture, heritage, and the livelihoods of residents. Members of the Minimum Wage Advisory Committee are working diligently to review all the necessary facts and related materials as they consider the current rate of pay, which stands at $9 per hour or $360 per week for 40 hours of work. The committee was formed on November 13, 2018 by Senior Minister and the Minister of Labour, the Honourable Vance Emery, and is made up of members from tripartite agencies representing government, private sector, and employees. Labour Commissioner Shernell James chairs the committee. She said that the group meets monthly and is presently discussing position papers put forward by various members of the committee. The review is expected to be completed by June 2019. The findings of the committee will be forwarded to the Cabinet and will help to create a criterion for the next minimum wage review, Commissioner James explained. Prime Minister Dr. The Honorable Timothy Harris officially declared History and Heritage Month, which is celebrated annually in the month of February, open. The month-long of activities, which was started by the late Sir Probin Innes, is being celebrated under the theme African Survivals in St. Kitts and Nevis.
When we speak of African survivals, then we refer to the cultural objects or practices brought over centuries ago from Africa that continue to exist and to be part of modern-day St. Kitts and Nevis. Indeed, African survivals have contributed immeasurably to the formation of ideas and cultures throughout the world. Here in St. Kitts and Nevis, our African cultural heritage has shaped the Kittitian and Nevisian experience and identity by interweaving itself throughout the history of our art and the way we dance, as well as throughout history of our foods, our hairstyles, language, religion, songs, social customs and interactions, and even our family relations.
The History and Heritage Month features outreach activities held by various organizations, including the Brimstone Hill National Park Society, Department of Culture and the Ministry of Education, the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, the St. Christopher National Trust, and other partner agencies. The activities are designed to promote among citizens greater knowledge, understanding, and appreciation of the history, heritage, and culture of the country, and to foster stronger national identities and pride. Thanks for viewing SKNIS Week in Review. I am Sherma Matthew. See you next week as we continue to update you, the general public, on what's happening in and around the Federation.